Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam to all Vaishnavas assembled. Shri Radha Madhav Ashtasaki Vrind ki Jai. Rajapur Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya Sudarshan ki Jai. Panchatattva Bhagavan ki Jai. Gaur Nithai ki Jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. I would like to thank on behalf of the seniors, all the Vaishnavas who have wonderfully chanted the holy names in this Brahma Muhurta. So we'll go to the next part of today, that is discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. And I would like to thank all senior Vaishnavas for giving me this opportunity, wonderful opportunity, to share a few points on today's verse. Before we begin, I'll just do a very short kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Gandharvika Giridhari Gaurari Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Haribol Nitai Gaura Haribol Shri Gandharvika Giridhari Shriman Mahaprabhu ki Jai Lakshmi Narasimhadev Ananta Dev ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. So, Hare Krishna once again, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 11th chapter, Lord Krishna's entrance into Dwaraka, text number 30. Ata Vishatsva Bhavanam Sarva Kamam Anuttamam Prasadayatra Patnina Sahasrani Cha Shodasa. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Thereafter, the Lord entered his palaces, which were perfect to the fullest extent. His wives lived in them, and they numbered over 16,000. Purport. Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives, and for each and every one of them, there was a fully equipped palace, complete with necessary compounds and gardens. Full description of these palaces given in the 10th canto. All the palaces were made of the best marble stone. They were illuminated by jewels and decorated by curtains and carpets of velvet and silk, nicely bedecked and embroidered with gold lace. The personality of Godhead means one who is full with power, all energy, all opulences, all beauties, all knowledge, and all renunciation. Therefore, in the palaces of the Lord, there was nothing wanting for fulfilling all desires of the Lord. The Lord is unlimited, and therefore His desires also unlimited, and the supply is also unlimited. Everything being unlimited, it is concisely described here as Sarvakamam, or full with all desirable equipments. Om Agnanatimarandasya Gnananjanastakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Datati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So once again we'll read the shloka. Ata vishat swabhavanam sarvakamam prasadayatra patninam sahasrani cha shodasha. So, in yesterday's shloka, that is 29, so we saw that Her Grace Subramani Mataji so very nicely spoke how we can hear, Krishna Lila, tirelessly we can hear, whether it's a day or night, And also she very beautifully spoke about the importance of mother and Gomata and all that. So in today's shloka, that is the 30th verse, we shall, discuss two aspects of Lord Krishna. Because here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions about everything about Krishna being unlimited. So the two aspects what we can speak, we can discuss today is about Krishna's Purna, complete, and how Krishna is Ananta, unlimited. How Krishna is all perfect, right? Every act and everything what Krishna does is perfect. Whether it is Jivatma or whether it is devotee, how they're all also Purna. Anybody or anything which is involved with Krishna is also Purna and Ananta. So we can discuss this. So in Chaitanya Chaitamrita Adilila, it is mentioned 4.138. Adbhuta Ananta Purna Mora Madhurima Trijagate Ihara Keha Nahi Payasima. So it says that my sweetness is wonderful, infinite and full. No one in the three worlds can find its limit. So can you imagine? Nobody can able to match this, Imagine who else can say that this infinite and complete. That is what Krishna Raj Kaviraj Goswami is saying in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Now let us see how Krishna is Purna. So when we think of Purna, complete, immediately the shloka which comes to mind is the Ishopanishad invocation mantra, right? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. So that translation says that how Krishna is perfect and complete, because he's completely perfect, all the emanations which is coming from his, and such as his phenomenal world, are also perfectly equipped as complete wholes. So everything is complete because it comes out of Krishna. So here, Eva Vashishyate. So it says as what remains after taking from Purna is also Purna. So in this material world, we need to work, do our karma, right? So that we can achieve what we want, our desires can be fulfilled, right? But what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, again in 3rd chapter, 22nd verse, is saying, Name Parsati Kartavyam Trishu Lokeshu Kinchana Nana Vaptam Avaptavyam Varta Eva Chakarmani. He's saying, O son of Pruta, there is no work prescribed for me within all the three planetary systems, nor am I want of anything. nor have I need to obtain anything. And yet, I am engaged in prescribed duties. So, Krishna is saying, I am not bound. I am complete. Yet, I am doing some duties. Why? So that Krishna is setting an example for all of us. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita 3.21, he says that, Yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tat evataro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tat anuvartate. So, whatever actions a great man performs, so common man follows. So, our acharyas, so nicely they explain all these wonderful acts of the Supreme Lord, right? So that what we can do, we can take away these wonderful points and take it as our example, learn from these examples. And again, Srila Prabhupada quotes from the purport of Bhagavad Gita 3.22. It is from Shetasvatara Upanishad. So he says that how the Supreme Lord is, everyone is under his control and delegated with particular power only by the Supreme Lord. All entities are delegated with particular power only by the Supreme Lord and is worshipable by all demigods and is a director of directors, and is worshipable by all. And he says there is no one greater than him and he is the supreme cause of all causes. And he does not possess a bodily form like that of an ordinary living entity, right? All his senses are transcendental and any one of his sense can perform the action of any other sense, right? For example, if you're offering bhoga for the Lord, it's not that Lord has to honor it only through his mouth like us, like our living entities. Lord, by seeing, is eating for Lord. And similarly, he can do any activity with any of his senses. That is the Supreme Law. His potencies are all multifarious. Okay? So, Srila Prabhupada is saying, Srila Prabhupada used to say that God is always God. There is no process in which Jivatma can become God. Bhagavan is always Bhagavan. Like, why? Because even if it's a small child, right, like a child of Mother Devaki or Mother Yashoda, even if it's a small child, everything about him is perfect. Like saying that, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam. So, Bhagavan is always great. Even if it comes out of the pillar, like Lord Narasimhadev, or even if he comes out of Lord Brahma's nose, like Varahadev, or if he comes out of the womb of Aditi. So he is the Supreme Lord. However he comes, he is the Supreme Lord. But what we see in our children, if our children are not growing properly, not growing, gaining height or weight, or what we parents, what we do, we give them a lot of nutritious food, we give them proteins and make him do or her exercises. But here, Lord, even if he comes as Vatapatra Sai, right? A small child is sleeping on that leaf, right? You all must be knowing. Also, he is completed. That is why we say that the birth, pastimes of Lord is always complete. Although it is, whether it is Prakata Leela or Aprakata Leela, even then his pastimes, it's all complete. His pastimes are not been, not functioning as per our understanding. So all his paraphernalia is also complete. The time of his appearance, the time of his disappearance, right? The process, everything is perfect. Even the bhakta is also perfect. Devotee is also perfect. It is, it is not that if you take, for example, a devotee is perfect, you can take the example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is not that he started Krishna consciousness or ISKCON at the age of 20. We all know that at the ripe age, he was empowered. And whatever Srila Prabhupada went and did in the Western world, we all know that he started there. And everything what Srila Prabhupada did was perfect. And he also predicted that this will be there for, it will go on for next 10,000 years. And that is also perfect. What we see, Prabhupada, it is not that he didn't face any challenges. He also had difficulties and challenges. We should understand that it is also coming from the same complete, So everything is done for a reason. That is the reason Lord is Swarat. He is perfect. That is the reason we should not question his timing or the choice of his Leela, all that. Because if we question that, or questioning, if we question about that, that means to say we are doubting his Purnata, right? You're casting our doubt on this completeness of the Lord. So, when Srila Prabhupada was giving a lecture and one person asked, asked Prabhupada that if the Lord is everywhere, why is that we are not able to feel him? And Srila Prabhupada said that we are not very intelligent and we don't have that chakshu, non-chakshu, right? So, and also he quoted an example like saying Bhagavad Gita 7.3, saying Manushyanam sahasresu kaschid yadati siddhyate. So, out of many thousands among men, one may endure for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So, we should understand that whom we are trying to understand is beyond our understanding. So, if we need to understand Lord, we need to understand Krishna, we need to definitely have a guru. Guru will explain about the completeness of the Supreme Lord, right? And in this connection, we have, discussion between Bob Cohen and Srila Prabhupada, that wonderful book which is called Perfect Questions and Perfect Answers. Okay, so now we shall see how bhakti process is also purna. This bhakti process. So this bhakti process, what Srila Prabhupada, Lord Krishna has spoken in Bhagavad Gita, the bhakti yoga. So this process is the highest. It is the fastest, and it is the simplest. So we can see in this material world how people are chasing those things which cannot be achieved, right? They're looking behind happiness, they're looking behind peace, which cannot be achieved. Why? Because Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Dukhalayam ashashvatam. So, but still people are tirelessly, they are trying to run behind this, searching for happiness and peace. But still, till they meet a devotee of Srila Prabhupada. And that day, what will happen? They'll stop running, or at least the speed of run will be reduced, right? And they will turn towards spirituality. But still, majority of people are not going to listen, not going to stop running. They still run with the hope that one day I shall satisfy my senses. Yeah? I shall satisfy and I'll be happy and peaceful. Yeah, they just live with that hope, and that when that hope reduces, only then the only option left is hope. The hope that they meet a devotee so that they can turn towards Krishna for solutions by following all his teachings. So here we can see many times when the devotees are very mixed up and they are looking for the final option, they come in contact with many other people, right? It's not only with ISKCON devotees. So they may sometimes lead them with wrong, they will lead to different paths. Some may say that, they fear, based on fear, God, they'll follow God, but based on fear. And some say, like Mayavadi philosophy, they say, you're God, I am God, everybody is God. So in this way, and they start hearing, and any sadhu, sannyasi is okay to follow, as long as you do whatever you want, as long as you give us donations. In this way, they mislead the people, So, but what is the Vedic understanding? Inclusivism is called. Direction in one, the dimension may be different, right? So, you are on the right path, but however, each can read different levels of bhakti. So, this gives us, the Vedic understanding gives us a very perfect understanding, like Sambandha, Prayojana, Abhidaya, how to understand God through these processes. Who is the Supreme Lord? What is his relation with him? What should I do? How to serve him? And finally, Abhidaya, how to practically implement them, right? This we have seen very many religious cults. They have a lot to preach, but ask them what to do. Nobody knows. Nobody wants to know what to tell, right? But whereas in ISKCON, what do? The first time any person comes to ISKCON also, what do? We take him, we tell them how to chant the holy name, how to chant them on the bead, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We teach them the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Then we ask them to take up reading. Then we ask them to hear Shravanam. And we ask them to be in the association of devotees and how to do devotional service. In this way, we tell them what is the right outcome. What is the right outcome of all this? If you do all this, the outcome is how to love God, how to love Krishna. So, if you tell them bhakti is the highest, then we tell them bhakti process is the highest. Then we compare them with the other yogas. That is Karma Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Actually, Krishna has made it very easy for us. Krishna even does this for us. How? In Bhagavad Gita, starting from 3rd chapter to 9th chapter, Krishna is very wonderfully taught us the Karma Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. And then finally, Krishna speaks about the Bhakti Yoga. And what Krishna is saying to us, Yoginam api sarvesham madgatanantaratmanaha shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukto tamo mataha. So, Krishna is saying in this shloka, of all the yogis, the one with great faith who always awaits in me, he is the highest. So, Lord himself is giving the conclusion. Okay, now, we say that bhakti is highest. Now, how to understand this? How do we get a degree in this? Or how do we study this? So, for that, we need to be in a bona fide sampradaya, right? So, we can understand that there are 4 bona fide sampradayas. So, what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? He took 2 important aspects from all these 4 bona fide sampradayas. And what is that? From Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, which is Acharya Sripad Ramanujacharya. So Lord Chaitanya Prabhu took the 2 aspects is Vaishnava Seva. It's very important. Vaishnava Seva and unalloyed bhakti. That is Shuddha Bhakti without any motivation, just to please Krishna. Then next is Brahma Sampradaya, that is Acharya's Madhvacharya. From that, Mayavada Kadan, he has taken. What is that? Beat the Mayavadis. And then exclusive Krishna Murti Sevana. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. That is taken. Then from Ruddha Sampradaya, he has taken that total dependence on Krishna and Raganuga Bhakti. That is spontaneous love of Krishna from our heart. Worshipping Krishna with a feeling of bhava. So we can also somehow try and learn, invest and do some worship with such feeling, bhava. Then Kumara Sampradaya, Acharyas Nimbarkacharya. From this, Mahaprabhu has taken 2 aspects. This worship of gopis is the supreme, and amongst the gopi, Srimati Radharani is the highest. So, in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has combined all the 4 sampradayas and he's given this beautiful thing called Achinta Veda Avedya. That is qualitatively same yet different. That is quantitatively we are different. Even bigger than this is Panchatattva came and broke open the treasure of Madhurya Leela and gave us the topmost rasa, what is called Madhurya Rasa, of the 5 rasas. There are 5 rasas. Then even greater than that, Madhurya Rasa, which is a peak, is Vipralamba Bhava, that rasa. What is the Vipralamba Rasa? Means method of rendering service to Supreme Personality of God in the feeling of separation. So that was given to us by Chaitanya Prabhu, just like that, free of cost. Yeah. So Mahaprabhu, for all this, Mahaprabhu didn't ask us any qualification, right? He just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and achieve the highest bhava. You know, also we remember that we sing in Tulasi Arati, Mora ehi Vilash kunje diyo bas. So, directly we want to go to Vilash Kunja to perform the seva in the Lord's Leela. That's what the translation says. And we did not stop with this. We also say, Mahaprabhu is what this. And there is a beautiful bhajan in this, that Yedi gaur na hoito, tabi ki hoito, ke mone daritam de, Radhar mahima, prema rasa sima, jagat janatu ke. So here, if Lord Gaura had not appeared as a Yuga avatar in this age of Kali, then what would have become of us? How could we have tolerated living? Who in this universe would have ever learned about the topmost limit of loving mellows that comprise the glories of Sri Radha? So, and again, it doesn't stop with that. You know, our Sampradaya Acharyas, especially Srila Prabhupada, right? What he has told, we can say that Yedi Prabhupada na hoito, tabi ki hoito, e jivan bahito kese. So Prabhupada took forward this mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu And what would have happened if Prabhupada was not there, who has given all this for us? We would have been sitting here discussing Bhagavatam today and singing these beautiful Vaishnava bhajans, right? So I was seeing that Amarendra Das, His Grace Amarendra Das, when he was talking about all this, I could see that he was weeping in heart, and hot tears were flowing from his, from his eyes. So now we can see how this process is the highest. Now we'll see how this process is the fastest. So Krishna gives Krishna is told in the verse number 9.34 and 18.65 in Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajinam namaskuru mame vayasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. So Krishna is not only told in 34th verse of 9th chapter, he's saying, oh, I will want to repeat it again. Krishna is again repeating the same verse in 18.65 to make it say that it is the most fastest method. Please, you all adopt this method. It is the summary of all the Shastras. What is he saying? Just meditate on me, attend Mangalarti, you pay obeisances to me, and surely you will come back to me. Isn't it the fastest method? Just you have to do this much only. And again, Krishna is saying in 15.15, of all the Vedas, I am Sarvasya Chaham Yudesan Nivishtu Matas Pritir Gnanam Apohanam Vedaisya Sarvam Aham Eva Vedyo Vedanta Krut Veda Videva Chaham. So Krishna is saying all the Vedas, I am to be known, right? So very beautifully Krishna is spoken about Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, and beautifully the Bhakti Yoga process is nicely in between the masala, the tasteful masala, the Bhakti Yoga is in between the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. And of all, even of the Bhakti Yoga, the Bhagavad Gita 9.34, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto, it is the most important process, and it is the most fastest process. The Lord is repeating because we don't forget, right? Now we'll speak what is the easiest. Easiest is, Krishna is saying, Mahaprabhu is saying we don't need any qualification for this. Whether you're a black or a white or a British or an American, irrespective of our position, right? We all know. Also, the Lord says in 9.32 that those who take shelter of me, regardless of low birth, that is women, Vaishyas, and Shudras, can attain the perfect destination. And also one more easy thing what Lord is saying is, Lord is asking us to do is 9.26, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachiti, Tadaham Bhakti Uparitam, Asnami Prayatat Manaha. So if you can't do that, at least do this in 9.27, Et Karoshi, Et Dasnasi, Et Juhosi Dadasiyat. So this way, again, Lord is saying that, He's saying that it is not that it has been happened in the past also. He's saying that Vitaraga Bhayak Krodha in 4.10, Lord is saying many persons, by following this Bhakti Yoga, many persons in the past have become purified by knowledge of me and thus attained transcendental love for me. So it is not new. It has happened in the past also. Everybody who has followed Bhakti Yoga have come back to me. So from the above, we understand how Bhakti process also Purna, and it is the highest, and it is the fastest and the easiest. Sorry, devotees, I'll take another 2 minutes. So now we understood how Lord is Purna. Now we understand how Lord is aspect of Ananta, unlimited. So here Srila Prabhupada says in the purport that Krishna had 16,108 wives. How did all these queens become, they become the queens of Krishna? So as we all know that this demon, Narakasura, had captivated all the 16,000 queens, and Krishna rescued all these queens and asked them to go back to the respective palaces. But these queens, they didn't want to go back, because in those days, once the lady is out of the house for one night also, they'll not be accepted back into their families. Similar thing happened to them. They were not accepted by their respective families, and obviously the queens had no other go. Though they would ask Krishna, they pleaded with Krishna, please accept us. So Krishna is so merciful, so he accepted all of them, right? And we can understand when Narada Muni had wondered, how is that Krishna is managing with all these 16,108 toys, and he wanted to test how Krishna is managing. So Krishna is unlimited. Like when he went and visited the palaces of different queens, he saw Krishna is there in one place playing with his kids, in other place he's doing some yajna, in other place he's speaking to brahmanas. So in this way, Krishna is expanded, into 16,108 times. Krishna is expanded, and he is simultaneously present in all the places. So that shows us Krishna, the unlimitedness of Krishna. His pastimes are unlimited and his supply is unlimited. So in order to fulfill the desires of desires also is unlimited. Lord is also manifesting unlimited pastimes. So in this way, we can do, and also he gives us unlimited sevas for us so that we can get purified. So Srila Prabhupada says that his mercy is unlimited. Prasadam is unlimited. His name, Gana, Nama, Rupa, Guna, everything unlimited. So final two lines I would like to say. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says his transcendental qualities are also unlimited. One verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes it as many as 9 different ways of understanding it. And again, he gives another 63 to 64 different details, analyzing it to be Atmarama Shloka. So we need to understand, we need this unlimited mercy and unlimited seva, right? So what we have to do, we have to chant the holy name, Hare Krishna mantra, not unlimitedly. We're not saying unlimitedly. So Prabhupada was so merciful. He said at least chant minimum 16 rounds, and not here unlimitedly, at least here for 30 minutes a day. So if we have this desire to serve, right, Guru and Gauranga, so actually in this body, we have no capacity to do service, but with the desire, just by having this, Lord is Ananta. He will ensure that he gives us the capacity to do all this sevas unlimitedly, right? So now finally, let us all go back home, back to God unlimitedly. In the sense, let us all together go back home, back to God. I will stop with this. Thank you all very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Patita Pavan Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for your wonderful class. So you have very nicely explained how Lord is unlimitedly unlimited. So for Lord it is possible. However, you have nicely explained that being devotees also we can get unlimited mercy. And towards the service there is no perfection. However, and whatever we do, still there is some defects or improvements will be there. So we'll keep it open for others if they have any questions or comments. So over to all of you to kindly come on the videos and unmute yourself and ask any questions. And Radha Vrajavilasini Mataji is waiting for you. Hare Krishna.